Best Ryder Cup Pairings. Although played biennially, the Ryder Cup has established itself as one of the most prestigious and exciting tournaments in the world over the last near century since its maiden tournament. Yes, many find it hard to see golf as a team sport, but the Ryder Cup has given us some breathtaking team performances over the years. Despite the introduction of team events on the LIV Tour, it has a lot to live up to recreate partnerships from Seve and Jose to Tommy and Francesco. Some Ryder Cup pairings have been simply outstanding, forever etched in our minds. We start with a pairing so good, they have a nickname together. Francesco Molinari and Tommy Fleetwood. Take a look at both men's last names and guess the nickname. That's right, Mollywood. Sounds like Bollywood, and this pair certainly pulled some moves on the dance floors of Le Golf National. With a remarkable 4 points from 4 games in Paris, the pair made history in the 2018 Ryder Cup as the first and only European pair to ever win all 4 of their matches together in a single Ryder Cup. They secured a vital point to make sure that the United States didn't achieve any wins in the first session, defeating the likes of Patrick Reed and Tiger Woods, Jordan Spieth and Justin Thomas, and Bryson DeChambeau and Tiger Woods. Molinari went even one further and managed to win his singles match on the final day to be the first Ryder Cup player to win all 5 points of a tournament. We may never see Mollywood again after Francesco's loss of form, but this is a pairing forever cemented in our hearts and in the eyes of everyone present at that mind-blowing performance they had back in 2018. An interesting story about a controversial pairing now. We have Jordan Spieth and Captain America Patrick Reed. In terms of points scored, this pair is known as the most successful partnership for Team USA, having appeared together 7 times across the 2014 and 16 Ryder Cup in Glen Eagles and Hazeltine, respectively. They won 4 and halved 2 of their 7 matches together, losing only 1. Reed made a huge name for himself at the 2016 Ryder Cup, named Captain America after he led the charge that was the eventual USA win. Check out Reed hushing McIlroy in a tasty encounter during the singles. In 2018, however, they were not paired together. Spieth was adamant that he wished to be paired with longtime friend Justin Thomas for their matches having grown up together, and Reed was twice paired with Tiger Woods in Paris. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, and perhaps it should have been done differently. Reed, despite being a Masters winner under the PGA Tour, has also moved on to the LIV Golf Series. And despite him not being able to play at the Ryder Cup again, one thing is for sure, he will be missed, whether it be his golfing ability or controversy. What defines a successful Ryder Cup pairing? A quick word of advice would be helpful from some old-school men. Golfing legends Seve Ballesteros and Jose Marie Olazabal. Sure, they both had very successful careers individually, but together, they became not only the most frequent European partners in Ryder Cup history, but also the most successful. Seve and Jose played a record 15 times together in the Ryder Cup, having their first outing at Muirfield Village in 1987. In that 87 tournament, they won their first 3 matches together, but lost their 4th, 2 and 1, against Hal Sutton and Larry Mize. After that loss, they went another 6 years before losing again. In their time together, they won 11 out of their 15 matches, including a winning 6 of their 8 foursome games and 5 of their 7 four-ball games. They garnered an incredible total of 12 points, which is 6 more than any other pairing had ever won. Their partnership was more than just swinging golf clubs. It was a divine connection. The late Seve was a role model to Olazabal, who dedicated Team Europe's win during the Miracle of Medina in 2012 to his memory after he passed away in 2011. Seve Ballesteros is one of 5 men widely referred to as the Famous Five for their exploits in reshaping the image of the Ryder Cup. And up next, we have 2 men who are also part of this famed group of 5. This duo are the second highest point scorers in Ryder Cup history, Nick Faldo and Ian Woosnam. Faldo captained the 2008 Team Europe, and Woosnam captained the previous edition in 2006. Nick and Ian both made their first appearance at the 1987 Ryder Cup, similar to Seve and Jose. In their maiden tournament together, the team won 3.5 points, and they weren't done there, as they went on to win 2.5 points in 1989 after playing together in all 4 sessions. They also won by the largest margin at Ryder Cup when they defeated Curtis Strange and Tom Kite 5-4. We're talking about a pairing that won 6 points out of their 10 matches with a record of 5 wins, having 2 and 3 losses. We've had some interesting pairings at the Ryder Cup over the years, one of which is made up of Keegan Bradley and the highly controversial golf icon, Phil Mickelson. It's needless to say that Mickelson has had an illustrious career. He's a former world number 1 with numerous individual titles to his name. One thing he's managed to amass a lot other than awards and controversies is Ryder Cup partners. Oh yeah, Mickelson has teamed up with the likes of David Toms, Tiger Woods, Chris DeMarco, Bryson DeChambeau, and Ricky Fowler. And you'd expect his best pairing was with golf's best ever, but nah, it was with none other than Keegan Bradley. This duo has a record of 4 points from their 5 Ryder Cup games together, winning all 3 of their games against Europe in the 2012 edition at Medina. They might only have played together in 2012 and 2014, but their chemistry on the course remains one of the best in the tournament's history. The boys looked like they had a proper bromance throughout at Medina, the countless high fives suggesting they enjoyed each other's company. We could have hoped to see them play together again, but unfortunately, we won't so long as LIV players are banned from the Ryder Cup. Yes, Phil has expressed disappointment at being ineligible for the Ryder Cup, and he even led a lawsuit against the PGA Tour for issues surrounding his disqualification from PGA-affiliated tournaments, despite being in the knowledge that this would happen. Speaking of defectors to the LIV tournament, our next Ryder Cup pairing comprises of not just 1 but 2 players who joined the LIV series: Lee Westwood and all-time European Ryder Cup points leader Sergio Garcia. Yeah, we might never see either of them in the Ryder Cup again, but it's impossible to forget the magic former world number 1 Westwood and former world number 2 Garcia made on the green during their 7 appearances together at the Ryder Cup between 2002 and 2008 for Team Europe. Together, they won 5 points with 4 wins, 1 loss, and 2 halves, whilst being undefeated in foursomes, winning 2 and having 1 of 3 games. What a pair they made. Perhaps the LIV Series will be the closest we ever see the pair together again in a team format. Funny enough, it seems like we've seen the last of a few historic Ryder Cup pairings because even our next pair has someone who is no longer eligible for the Ryder Cup. That pairing is Justin Rose and Henrik Stenson, a pair who played together 8 times and won an amazing 6 points. The partnership was first formed at Glen Eagles in 2014, where they won all 3 of their matches. This pairing is made up of Olympians, as the two went to the 2016 Rio Olympics. Rose won the gold medal over Stenson, who won the silver medal in a battle down to the wire. Their pairing has earned them both such a reputation that Stenson was even selected to captain Team Europe at the 2023 Ryder Cup in Rome. Note we said was, and that's because he opted to join the LIV Series and has since had his captaincy stripped from him, replaced by Englishman Luke Donald. Are there other outstanding pairings from the Ryder Cup you think should make our list? Be sure to let us know by commenting in the comment section below.